Warning, this episode may cause you to
buy this game.
Yes.
So
it's a side effect of the game that we're talking about, which is Side
Effects.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
This is Character Comparison. Today we are looking at not just the game side effects, but also its one and only, question mark?
It's the one that you can normally get.
Oh, there's another one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But we are going to also look at the
Booster Shot.
Side Effects Expansion Booster Shot.
That's such a cute name.
It is cute. So, what do we know about side effects?
So
the developer, whatever you want to call it. I guess the developer.
They're called Pillbox Games.
Pillbox Games, that's appropriate.
They've been around since 2017. This actually started out as a Kickstarter. I think there's only like 4 or 5 like main creators, but they're the ones that do all like, you know, the actual artwork and all this other stuff. So
the arts, the planning, the testing, the playing. Yeah, that makes sense. It's something like this. It is a quick game, so I feel like you don't need a whole lot necessarily.
Well, and it's really nice because it's like 2 to 8 players for this, and then it usually will take between 10 and 30 minutes. So this is something.
It's actually a fairly quick game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 minutes to learn, 10 to 30 minutes to play, 2 to 8 players.
Yeah,
it's a good, quick, easy game, which would be an easier one to explain on the show.
Yeah,
as opposed to other ones.
I know that they do have a couple other games. There's one called like Mud, M-U-D. I haven't looked into that one too much, but then there's another one that's called like Hex Effects, which has like the plague doctor kind of mask and stuff. So
interesting.
Yeah,
that's kind of fun. Okay, so very sickness and gothic kind of themes. Mm-hmm. I approve.
And I do know that they received
an award.
An award. Let me see what it's called. Oh, they were nominated for Gamers Voice Award by South by Southwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I like that their USB code is also a little pillbox shape around the not USB. What am I saying? I said USB. The UPC. Is that the word? Whatever that is.
The barcode.
Barcode. That's the better word. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway. But yeah, I like that. That's a little pillbox anyway. All right. So the gist of the game is pretty simple. You have a number of ailments, and you have to cure them, and you have to be the first person to cure them. The problem is the cures are sometimes
usually give you something else.
Exactly. So it is a competitive game where
I think they describe it as a take that kind of game because you're trying to sabotage your.
You are trying to sabotage while fixing yourself. Yeah. Exactly. So appropriately, the game does come with it's a simple box. You've got a discount for a discount for Mud, $2 off using promo code. Promo code Mudslinger. That's clever.
That's cute.
But it looks like a prescription that you have to fill out here. The instruction booklet is quite small, full details, all color, so really clear instructions.
Well, and I really like at the end of it, so again, especially if it's your first time, they do have a game key that talks about like what is the card, what is the side effect, and what happens when you have an episode.
We'll get to all that. So, first to note, cards are
they're like tarot size.
They are tarot size. They're quite durable. That makes them a little tricky to shuffle, I think, because they are a little bit longer. But I like the designs on the back. They're all the same backing here, but they feel fairly sturdy. Got a good shine to them. They got a good weight to them.
They have a nice feel.
They do. So they don't feel
sensory kind of, you know.
I mean, I think that's important though in a card game.
Personally, yes, because if you're playing around with them,
Yeah. When you start the game, you are afflicted with one of 4 conditions, or actually 4 conditions.
Yeah,
and there are 8 total.
You start with 4.
You start with 4 for each player, which is totally random, and there are 8 that you could get potentially, which includes depression, anxiety, anorexia, tremors, impotence, gambling addiction, suicidal thoughts, and madness. Now, each of these also has a note down here that says if you are inflicted with something, or inflicted may draw 3 cards from your hand at random with this, for example, or do not put down cards for 1 round with impotence. And how are those triggered?
So they're triggered if you play you're having an episode card.
Which is right here. So this is an attack card, basically. It's your one and only attack card. And what this does is it allows, well, actually not necessarily a true one and only attack card, but you would play this card to trigger the effect you see here, which would force players to skip their turn, whatever. So this is one of the ways you can kind of disable other players. And to cure these, you also have treatments for madness, for tremors, anxiety, impotence, suicidal thoughts, depression, gambling addiction, and then you have therapy. And that we're going to get into in a minute. But what you notice with these is they also, while they cure one thing very specifically, they may also cause other things. So for example, if you had these 3 cards or whatever, and somebody treats gambling addiction, all right, I treat this card here, and that's how you would lay it out. This is covered now. If they see that this causes impotence, but you do not already have impotence, and somebody has the impotence card in their hand, they can then give you impotence, which is now a new symptom that you have to cure. Therapy works a little bit different. With therapy, you can take away any one card and remove it completely. But that means that you can get that affliction back.
That was a good.
That's basically it.
Yeah, good.
It's quite literally.
And for anorexia, that can only be treated with therapy.
Yes.
So
therapy is quite a strong card, potentially. But it is, you have to be a little careful what you...
you have to plan accordingly. Because
Exactly.
you also have to, like, size up your competition. Do you think that they would, potentially have those cards? Are they the type that are going to play it against you? To start off the game, you get 4 affliction cards on your psyche, is what they call it on the
table.
On the table. So you start with 4, and they're completely at random.
If you get a duplicate?
And you have to put it back into the deck, and you have to pick something else.
Okay, fair enough. And then you have 4 affliction cards, or...
Just whatever 4 random cards
you have
on the deck. So
and
that's
out,
how you
that's out in front of you and everyone can see it. And then you take all the remaining affliction cards, shuffle them back into the deck, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then what do we do?
So, then someone will deal 4 cards at random to each player.
And those are going to include some of the afflictions.
Correct.
Which is what you can then use to give to other
That's
players.
something that you can give to another player. You can withhold if you don't want them to know that there's a cure possibly or something like that.
Right. So your setup would look something like this. You'd have your hand with your 4 cards, and this would be obvious for all the players to see there. And then you have your deck. At the start of your turn, what do you do?
So at the start, you are going to draw 2 cards.
And then what do you do?
And you can play. So you
How
can
many
play
can
you can play up to 2 cards, and then you don't have to.
It's true.
But the thing to keep in mind is you can only have 6 cards in your hand at a time.
And you can discard freely, though. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's basically it. The first person to cure everything wins. And that really is it. That is all there is to it.
And then there is something where it says, like, you can spice it up by doing bargaining.
Yeah, they do have bargaining. They have house rules here. We haven't tried any of those ourselves.
Yeah.
They do offer some basic strategies.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So it's a balance between making sure that, basically ensuring that you get cured first, while also debilitating the other people as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you see one person's got 1 card away from curing themselves, you don't want to run that risk. Maybe have them discard their hand, maybe give them some kind of attack here, something like that, make them skip their turn, something of that nature.
I'm just curious what they have.
What they got? So this hand, they got a couple of cures, having an episode, and a couple of...
That's actually really handy, though. They got anxiety, but they have 2 options to treat it. So if for some reason they got afflicted with that.
I suppose I'd probably get rid of the extra anxiety, personally, on my hand, because I don't think I'd need it. But having it isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'd probably play it. I'd play the first one to get rid of it. So, and some of the cures are worse off than the others. Getting the cure for depression could cause impotent suicidal thoughts and anorexia, but getting the cure for suicidal thoughts only could potentially cause madness. Although...
Which, in this case, because they already have madness, it wouldn't matter.
Exactly.
So.
And with the case of madness, you have to discard all drugs on your psyche. So that would actually... Madness is one of the worst ones to get, because it would cause you to get rid of everything here. So that's one.
But that's only if you're having an episode.
Exactly.
So you just have to really hope that you're not going to have that.
Exactly. So start curing maybe cure madness first, as I guess is what we're getting at, because that is a risky one to get. Now, on to the expansion, which is called Booster Shot.
Look at how cute this is. Look at all the lovely colors. They had so much thought into it. It's like nice and small and handy. Okay, so this is the first expansion pack available. There are 26 action cards, 15 disorders, and 16 drugs. That's all I got.
So you got? There you go. So this does change up the game pretty significantly. So what I do like is, in case you don't want to actually read the back of this, they do have a QR code. I don't like using QR codes personally. I really don't like it. If your menu is a QR code, I don't want to go to your restaurant. But also, they just have what it does right here on the back. It's all right there. What all the new cards do. And there are a few new cards. We have Folia Do.
That one will make any recently played episode apply to any other player.
So basically, if you were to give someone an episode, you can give someone else an episode. Which is kind of cool. Or give somebody 2 episodes, I guess. I suppose you could, right?
I guess, I mean, that could be a house rule. I don't know.
Probably, if you was only 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Restock.
Restock will shuffle discard pile into draw pile, then draw until you have 6 cards in your hand.
So it allows you to basically replace your hand, especially if you only have a few cards, like 1 or 2 cards available.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Misdiagnosis.
That one is you swap out 1 disorder in your psyche with 1 disorder in your hand.
Interesting.
Which is kind of nice because, like, think about the example we had before with the anxiety where he has two cures for it. Let's say you wanted to get rid of madness and you're like, hey, maybe it would be better if I had anxiety instead. That would make more sense.
That. Yeah. We have also the nice thing about that too is it allows you to expend more than 2 cards per turn. Because you're drawing 2 cards, you're only playing 2 cards. So you're always kind of sitting there that, unless you for some reason don't play a card in your turn, so you're kind of gimping yourself a little bit. This allows you to start discarding extra cards on top of that. We have Munchausen's by proxy.
That one is give anyone any disorder except if they already have it.
Oh, okay. So that's just a freebie. Like if you
yeah,
have
you're
this, you play
screwing
this.
someone over, giving them something else.
They've got everything. Everything's cured. They have no other side effects available. Bam. Actually, you've got this instead now.
Yeah.
Then we have Medicine Cabinet.
Pull any card out of the discard pile.
That's super useful. That is just super useful. We also have the Placebo.
So you can use it one of 2 ways. So number 1, place it on any untreated disorder card to protect from episodes for 1 round.
But you could play this out of turn.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, I'm going to give you a bout of madness, or you're going to have an episode of madness, you can actually play this immediately. It only lasts for 1 turn, though. Mm-hmm. Right? Because it's a placebo. Okay, and what's the other way you can use it?
Well, that was the other.
Oh,
but is play it at the moment of an episode in order to nullify it.
That's probably the best time to use it. I wouldn't play it out of turn.
Yeah.
For any reason. It doesn't count towards victory. I don't believe. So that's probably the one time you'd actually really want to use it. We also have some new afflictions and new cures for said affliction. So the first one is, of course, pain. You could get, which when you have an episode could cause you to the inflicted could cause you to discard 3 cards. We have painkiller addiction.
Which makes sense, especially if you're gonna have a pain card.
That's true.
So.
And the final one, a little less grim, is dry mouth. So one of these is not quite like the other. But we do also have with the cures some really interesting ones. We have stuff that treats dry mouth. We have stuff
it will
that
somehow give you tremors, madness, and pain.
Yeah. We have painkiller. We do have something that treats pain and anxiety, so you can actually get 2 for 1 out of this. But it could give you the painkiller addiction, which is quite interesting. The base game itself. Yes, no. How do we feel about it? It's quick to learn, just a few people.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's a definite recommend. I mean, to be fair, I think this is more for like adults. I mean, I think on the game itself it says 14 plus, just because
the topics are can be considered a little dark, but it makes light of otherwise serious situations, and for people that have suffered from any of these things, maybe poking a little fun out of it is a way to kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Is a way of coping? Yeah, perhaps. But either way, this is still just a really fun game.
No, I think it's very easy to learn. My mom actually wound up learning this.
She did, yeah.
I think she had a fun time.
Yeah. Now, when you add the booster, first off, do you think the booster's worth it? The booster shot?
I do, because I think it helps.
It adds a lot of complexity to the game. It
does add complexity, especially when you have like the placebo. That one was really helpful.
Yes, playing cards out of turn is helpful.
Yeah, and then the Munchausen's by proxy and stuff like that, where you can really kind of, I guess, just like you really have more diversity in how you can play, and then also what the chances of drawing something new.
Now,
Don't know why that took so long to.
I will say there's I think two things I think of when it comes to this. The first is so for some of these episodes you can have, dry mouth says do not close your mouth for 1 round, and it's immune to therapy. You can't therapy your way out of dry mouth, I suppose. But do not close your mouth for 1 round. So that means that if you play an episode for somebody, they just have to, which doesn't really feel like much of an inconvenience gameplay-wise, so much as just funny.
It's just fun.
And that's I think at that point, if you're just picking somebody who's losing pretty badly already,
Yeah.
it's probably the only time I'd give someone an episode of this.
Like, I think it would also make more sense if you had up to, because it can be up to 8 players, so maybe that would actually be a bit of an inconvenience if you
That's true. If you had a bunch of people
if you
playing.
had like 8 people.
I'll have to just stay up, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I would point out is that because the base game doesn't reference anything in the booster pack because they assume you don't necessarily have it, or the game, the booster wasn't developed at that point. So there's probably a little bit of imbalance, I think, with that. So some of the new cards will reference some of the cards from the base game, but it doesn't work the other way. So, the Cure for Dry Mouth can give you Tremors, Madness, Pain, so it references Pain, which is one of the new ones, but then also 2 others. But none of these other cards here, or the Curious cards, are going to affect the 3 afflictions you get here. So getting these 3 afflictions might actually be a little bit harder, I think.
Possibly, but on the alternate kind of side of things, I do like that you can have the base game, be perfectly fine with it, have fun. It's not something where it's like, oh yeah, this kind of is referencing something else, and it's like forcing you to get the expansion. So
right.
That's kind of nice. And then speaking of expansions,
oh, there is one more.
There is one that says it's a limited.
Oh, it's limited. Why is it limited?
I don't know.
Well, that's disappointing.
It's called Legal Vice. So it is Familiar Indulgence's New Strategies. This limited edition card pack introduces 3 fun drug cards: coffee, tobacco, and alcohol.
As addictions, or those are the fun drugs?
They're fun drugs.
Okay.
You shuffle into your side effect base game and expansions. Unlike regular drug cards, these don't treat disorders but grant powerful gameplay perks.
Interesting. So you can use tobacco, alcohol to cope?
Yeah, I guess so.
As a sort of pseudo cure? Okay.
So the card pack in and of itself is only $10.
I mean, I would get that immediately.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Now, on the topic of price, where did we find side effects?
So we actually wound up finding this in Barnes & Noble, like in the game section.
Same thing with the booster shot?
Mm-hmm.
We found it both there. Okay, do you remember how much it cost?
So it was like $25, I believe, for the base game and $16 for the expansion.
Is it worth it?
I think so.
I think so too. I think this is an easy game.
Fun. It's easy. You could use, and I mean, it's compact enough. Like if you were going over to someone's house and you're like, hey, I wanted to bring some kind of entertainment or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here's on the
of
topic
where they're really fun and you'd want to play it with friends, but they just take so long to set up, or there's so many little pieces.
Also, on the topic of playing games at friends' houses or whatever, I feel like that has to be decided upon in advance.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't just bring it over.
No. I mean, but there are definitely people who do. Like, it's like the guy who brings a guitar to the party.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that guy is like, oh, Pete's here. Whatever. But I've seen too many TikToks of some guy being like they decide, like a group decides, like, hey, let's play a board game or something. And one, the host is like, oh, yeah, I'm super excited. They talk. And then everybody's just talking, socializing, and they're not actually playing the game. And you see some poor SOB there just holding his card, just looking at the camera, just like waiting for everybody to take their turn because he can't actually play the game. Don't be that person. Don't be the person who.
So if you are going into it, hey, let's have fun. Let's
do the board game.
Let's have board game night or something.
And you agree to it. It's not about just the socializing.
I think this one's easy.
Yes.
But besides, because it is so quick, you could have the best of both worlds where you are really socializing, and then you can also have these like 10, 15-minute bouts of games.
Yeah. So. No. This one's quick, easy to learn. A lot of people can play it. I mean, it's a fast game. Like there's nothing to lose with this. This one is actually fantastic. I approve all the way. Anything
I gotta
else?
go find that Legal Vice game.
We have to find the Legal Vice game. We'll have to pick it up. So, and it's limited edition. Why is it limited edition?
I don't, or maybe it's just limited supply. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, they are fairly small. So.
I am curious to check out their other games though. Mud and the other ones you said.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, who knows? I mean, they seem like they're fairly priced. We could always get it and add to our.
As you can see, we have quite
collection.
the board game collection, and that's only some of it. We still have more over there. That's all I got.
Okay, that's all I got too.
All right.
So.
I am Rob.
And I am Katie. Shatner voice.
Was that a Shatner voice?
No, I don't know.
Didn't he just win a horse competition?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really weird. He was like horse.
Why?
I don't know. He's like 88 as of the recording of this. Anyway, and give me something clever to lead us out with. Oh, I guess don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, follow us here, and
No, always read your medication sheets for possible side effects.
Okay. Yeah. Consult with the doctor or pharmacist.
Yeah.
Before taking adding, or changing
any
medications.
drugs,
Yes.
or the fun drugs,
including the fun drugs. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.